What's Carmen making a dress anyway?
Well, she wants to spare you some money. You're spending so much on that quinceañera.
What? There's not going to be a quinceañera.
Oh, now that's not what Angie says.
Well, that's what I say. She knows we can't afford a big party right now. I thought she called it off. Hey, I thought you called off the quinceañera.
Why would you think that?
Oh, I don't know, Angie, because I'm out of work and we can't afford it?
Honey, we can't get the deposit back on the hall, and the invitations have gone out, and we have people flying in.
Yeah, but this is crazy. I mean, your salary is barely covering our bills.
If we cancel, it'll devastate her.
Look, we're not wasting our money on some party.
You're thinking about this the wrong way. We are creating memories for our daughter. How is that a waste?
Creating memories for our daughter? ¿Está loca, nombre?
Well, the party can't be canceled.
Yes, it can, and it will be.
Then you go give her the news, because I'm not going to.
I'll do it.
You go break your daughter's heart.
I'll break her heart. I'll do it right now.
Oh.
What's that for?
I know money's tight right now, but I just want to thank you for giving me what I know is going to be one of the greatest days of my life.
Yeah. Memories, priceless. Well, not actually priceless, but well, there you are.
I know it's hard for you to understand because you've never been a teenage girl. My quinceañera, it was a day I will never forget. I dressed up like Cinderella, and my friends and I put on a big musical show, and for one day, I was a princess.
Well, you probably won't understand this because you've never been a man in debt, but who cares?
We are having this party.
Mm-mm. No, I don't want to spend the money.
Well, it's not your decision.
Excuse me?
I'm working, you're not. It's my money, it's my decision. That's it.
That's not it.
I'm done talking about this.
Well, I'm not done talking about it. Yeah, you're lucky I gotta put some fabric softener in the rinse cycle or this could get ugly.
All right, somebody's a quick setup. So George said he's not working right now because the company he works for is for aviation, and they're being investigated because an airplane that they worked on went down and crashed. So they're being investigated. For the time being, George is not working. So right now it's Angie working. So catch you up there. Now, I can understand. I work on a budget, okay? And working, I still have a budget. And sometimes certain people don't understand that you keep to the budget so you don't go into debt, okay? I always say, as the provider, I make sure I provide my family all the needs. And then if I can, some of the wants, okay? That's what budget is for. If we adhere to the budget as time goes on, I can save and put it in an account for extra, and if I feel we can, splurge here and there, okay, fine. But for the most part, budget. Now, since I'm the sole provider, if I went out of work, number one, I tend to bust my ass and get another job right away. But if that doesn't happen right away, and I have to live on the savings from the budget overflow that I've set up, then okay. There's not going to be extras, all right? And people need to understand this. In fact, while that's happening, I'm going to look for everything I can cut to make sure we can still be okay with the budget when there's no more income, coming in for the time being. That's just logic. I know this is a special event, okay? I don't have a daughter. I'm going to love to see what Jay says, but I get it, okay? And by the way, why is it only women that have these kind of things? Whether it's quinceañera or sweet 16. Us men, we go from boys to men. I get what I just said. But we turn from boys to men. Why don't we get something, okay? And besides the Jewish community, they get a bat mitzvah. I get that, but why can't we get something? So, anyways. I would really have to look at this event, the money it's going to cost and the money that we have, and if it's going to get in the way of us just having our needs You have to have the needs, okay? You cannot go around it. So Angie said they can't get their deposit back. That's tough, okay? Because you just lost money right there, whether you have it or not. I don't like losing money, all right? I would keep it to the bare minimum if we are going to do this. I do appreciate that Carmen is making her own dress to save money. And look, it's killer. Again, I don't have a daughter, but if my daughter gave me a hug and understood the situation, that would just crush me, obviously, because I went out there to tell you no, and you give me an appreciation hug, an understanding hug. Ah, come on! So, I'm not the one with the daughter. Jay's the one with the daughter, but I would go through with it and just budget everything else, because it's a one-time thing, right? So, yeah, I'll go through with it, but let's hear from Jay.
Common sense, right? Now, I didn't know what a quinceañera was until I got to high school. And to one of my friends said she's having one. And I was like, what is that? And then after she had it, I'm like, why are you wearing a wedding dress? That's what it looked like to me. I'm like, so whoever pays all this money for everyone to get dressed up to pretty much be like a wedding. So that was like my initial impression when I first heard of what one was. But in this scenario for the show, right? If you guys know you have a daughter, and then at 15, she's gonna have a quinceañera, are we not saving this money from birth till then so you're not having this issue? Now, granted, I don't know how much a quinceañera it is. I just know it looks like a wedding. My daughter actually just went to a quinceañera not too long ago. Everybody was dressed up. They had it in the hall and everything as well too. But I would save prior to close to her being 15. I'll be putting money away into like a high yield savings account so I can be at least getting interest on money I'm putting in there in order to have this party for her. Now, I know it's a cultural thing, so I don't know how important it is or that it must be done. That's something my Fuchi can probably answer. But if it's something you know you want to do, you got to have this plan as early in advance as possible. Like you plan to go on vacation, you plan on getting work done to your house. Same thing. Treat it as that. Put money away, so therefore you're not having this issue just in case someone loses their job. If it's that important where it's like you can't have it, you can't have it. It's like you can't not throw a party later on. But I know it's very important for the culture for the quinceañera. But me, I can care less. I'm all about not spending money. If I ain't gotta spend it, I ain't gotta spend it. I know my daughter, she wants to do something next year for her sweet 16, but I forget what it is at the moment. But we already got money put aside for it, so it's not a big issue. But that's just me.
I just want to get your answer. If you were in that situation, would you cancel the Sweet 16, Jay?
If we already start putting money towards it, no, I'm not canceling. I can't, no. Because like I feel like if I'm looking forward to something and then for whatever reason stuff happens, for me, I like that. Like if I'm looking forward to something, I actually want to go through the process and actually go through it. So if I'm looking forward to a party, but I'm never a person who likes to party, but in this instance, if it's something for my kid, I know they've been looking forward to it, I'm gonna just go through with it. You know, it's not like I can't make up the money down the line or build up the funds to be replenished later on. So that's just me though.